Today we'll be taking a look at a professional match of StarCraft 2. Joining me here on the slightly up-ish right side of the map, it is the red Terran Bunny. And over on the left-hand side, his blue Terran opponent landing in with a bunch of SCVs. It is Clem. Terran versus Terran TvT. Wake up, fellow Terran players. It's time for the most violent match of chess that the brilliant minds of StarCraft 2 have ever come up with. By far, I think we can all agree, TvT, little bit of a chess, boxing with nuclear weapons match up. Yeah. And my statement about with a bunch of SCVs, it's not that he got more than Bunny, that's not what I'm saying. It's just dramatic flair, you know. Both of them, oddly, building the barracks in their own bases. Clem doing his due diligence, though. He's sending that SCV across. Is he hovering? Do SCVs hover? Looks like it. They definitely hover. Good for mining, good for taking minerals everywhere. Bunny opening up. Looks like just a typical one gas Reaper expand. Quick factory behind. It's almost like a TVZ opener. He knows Clem's Terran, right? Clem, on the other side, opting for the reactor first into double Reaper. No quick CC, though. Looks like this one, though, he's gonna do it. Come on, Steve. You have the plans. You have the blueprints. He's gonna do it. Steve gets to build the command center, of course. Depot. Not as close to the employee entrance as the red Terran has chosen. Oh. Now that's a choice. The factory going to sit on the reactor for Bunny here. Reactored Hellions. I have to stand by my statement. He knows Clem is not Zerg, right? Because if he slaps down a third command center with this too, I'm going to have to really start to question some things. Clem's Reapers come in, find the double Hellion team of Bunny here, and going to get right out of dodge. Which is by far the best move for those Reapers, even though they are Clem Reapers, and I will swear up and down that they are magnificent at their job. Magnificence can only get you so far when you're faced with a line jet of flame. Instead, just gonna set up the contain. Everybody can see each other, right? Oh, Clem actually gonna go for it. Good grenade sniping off the initial Reaper, but this is a lot of Hellions. I don't think Clem was expecting the Hellion production to just keep going. And I don't really blame him either. It's still going. Oh, not for much longer. It's because I said something. I really gotta quit that. So, 5 Hellions out on the map right now. Raven just finished up for Bunny. Clem's just starting, it looks like. Unlikely to be any game-winning change and game-winning advantage, having your Raven out that much earlier. It does help, though, having an extra interference matrix, potentially an extra auto turret. Bunny. Mr. Bun. I would accuse him of still not knowing, but he's making Ravens, which is not usually something done in TvZ. He's also going to push up here, auto turret, gun down most of the Marines here. Cyclone going to help repel this. I doubt he's actually going to get the Raven, though, which is by far the most juicy target. If you can snipe off the Raven, set your opponent down a Raven in the early game wars, definitely helpful. Third CC for both players. Neither one of them intending on doing some sort of crazy 2-base push, which, you know, it's TvT. Even if you're ahead, can you really ever kill your opponent? You get out here, you're like, alright, I just smoked his army, I got my siege tanks in position. Oh wait, he has one tank on the high ground. Like, well, do you have ravens? Ooh, no ravens? Well, guess you can't win, sorry. Better take another base. Build ravens and Vikings, because, you know, at some point there will be battle cruisers. It's always battle cruisers, isn't it? Seeing multiple racks come down. Stim, though, only for Bunny so far, along with the 1-1. Clem, he's just ever so slightly behind on some of these upgrades. As I said before, is it game ending? Not at this point, but it could lead to something. It could lead to some damage. Bunny, I mean, at this point, his stim is a solid 30 seconds at least ahead. Clem's looking to get aggressive, though. Pushing up with these siege tanks, he's going to have to set down an auto turret, gets rid of Bunny's tank. Very good, very helpful. Pushing further up the ramp. Auto turrets come down, picking off another siege tank. All the bunnies with the shutdown interference matrix. Auto turrets now doing the battle instead of manual turrets. Laziness, I swear. Marines actually destroying the auto turret, losing one of their own in the process. But Bunny, defense, still alive. Lost every siege tank, it looks like. But Clem suffered some losses as well. Mostly in the Marines. Clem very far down in the Marine count. Oh, Stim finishing up for Bunny. Barely started for Clem. I hope for Clem's sake he's planning a slightly more mechanical army, because Bunny could get the jump on him with all these upgrades. 1-1 gonna finish up. Seeing the armory come down, good for +2, of course. Clem, no armory, no. Drats. Bunny with the double drop. When you want to sit back, build up your forces, you want to build up your economy, but you're like, I really should try and get some damage done. Gonna send out the double drop via Medivacs, dropping on top of the production stim as the carpet bomb of Marines comes out. 8 SCVs already falling. Vikings going to respond. They should be able to get the Medivacs, which may or may not actually be deadly for the Vikings. Oh, cancels the building. A solid drop from Mr. Bunny here. Total SCVs killed 11. Yeah. 11 SCVs have fallen, bringing Clem down to a comfortable 60, though, to Bunny's 65. I guess Clem had the worker advantage, had some spare. Additional racks coming down, additional factory as well, likely just for extra siege tanks. At some point in the game, the composition tends to go away from bio, away from barracks units, because they just don't really compete with 12 siege tanks or, 30 Vikings, battle cruisers. On a run. Marvin, no. Oh, the spotting depot. Doing its job so diligently. Unfortunately, it did not have cloak yet. Oh. Cloaked supply depots. You let me know your thoughts about that one down in the comments below. I don't know, honestly. Seems fun. We're not allowed to have fun, though. This is TvT. Everything is stressful, dramatic, and violent, of course. 2-2 on the way for both players, along with the +1 vehicle weapons and additional starports for Bunny. Eventually, things shift towards the air powers of TvT. Oh, that was not the time to unsiege Clem. Oh, Bunny gets the jump on 3 siege tanks. I'm gonna back up. Will he be able to actually get away, though? Medevacs are starting to get picked off. They must not have their boost ability. Clem very artfully picking off a couple medevacs. A lot of Marines. Resources lost actually quite even. I'm curious about some of the units lost in just a second here, though. Bunny picking off a lot of the Marines. Clem sending them up in piecemeal. Bunny's meal, more like. Alright. Siege tanks lost. I was curious. Clem has lost 5 to Bunny's 3. Not as big of a gap as I had expected, but still noteworthy. TvT, a lot of positioning, a lot of tank wars, siege tanks, Vikings, Liberators even, or Ravens. Pardon me. You can get the job done with Ravens too, thanks to the interference matrix. Bunny on the hunt. Clem gonna pick up, go over the ledge, rightfully so. And Clem really moving out. He's got the army supply advantage, 116 to 100. He's got the worker advantage too. He's down just barely in upgrades though. Oh, and a good anti-armor missile. Gonna force Clem to back up slightly. Buying Bunny some much needed time, perhaps. 2-2 finishing up for Clem. They're even for now. He needs to try and make something happen before that 3-3 kicks in, losing any potential even footing. Not good either to split up your army into bite-sized pieces. Oh, the lone siege tank. I got this, boss. Combat going on down here. It looks like just a handful of Marines picking off a few SCVs, distracting Clem. And distracted he is. Seems to be working. Bunny now, like, what's the plan here? You just push forward with your siege tanks? Clem has his army too. Siege tank count, even. They're 11-11. Bunny's up on the Ravens. Not all of them are together, though. Some of the Marines are back at home. Oh, they're all over here. Being stockpiled at the Raven Convention. Okay. You cannot save those Ravens for the next game, Bunny. There's no point in doing that. Might as well just keep them with the army. Looks like Clem wants to go up to his additional Raven counts as well. Corvid reactor being researched. Not for much longer. Holy shutdown power outage along Clem siege tank lines. Vikings anti-armor missile making huge battle here. The Marine count is going to Bunny, which means he's going to get on top of the siege tanks, clear everything out here. Holy crap. TvT in a nutshell. Little skirmishes, bits of battle, and then suddenly everything's dead. Yeah, bit of a discrepancy for Clem, losing pretty much everything in that army. The army was reset. Yes, Bunny lost some things too, but my god. Oh, that's the big difference, guys. 11 siege tanks are still active for Bunny. Clem down to only 3. Even with 4 Ravens for Clem. Can you handle a superior siege tank count along with more Marines? Air control can only get you so far. Couple Republic Commando Marines over here getting some damage done. Siege tank is in range of that, I want to say. Oh, he can't see it. Should have had a taller siege tank spotter. Good interference, going to be able to get rid of that Marine stemming forward from both sides, flank from the top side. More siege tanks shut down for Clem. The siege tanks of Bunny are purely decorative at this point, and I'm not even sure it's going to matter. Oh, Clem with the siege tanks hidden in the mineral line. The SCV's having trouble working, but they're at least feeling a bit safer, if a little deafened. Not gonna matter, Clem landing the Vikings onto deck. It is just Ravens and Marines at this point, and GG is going to be called. Bunny keeping his siege tanks alive through most of the battles, lets him keep going, lets him continue the assault. My god, TvT's a mess. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. As always, have a great day.